Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. In today's 2-minute tip video, I'm going to show you how to plant, harvest, and just go over a bunch of tips for celery so that they can be something you can grow in your garden. Celery's kind of misunderstood. It needs a full 100 days to 120 days to grow. You can plant this in the spring when it's cooler, into the summer. You can plant it in the summer, into the fall. But you need that 100 and 120 days worth of growing time, really. And this is full sun. The sun comes in right from there, hangs around. These plants are getting at least 8 hours of sun, if not more, every day. The other thing that they like is lots of moisture. You need to water these regularly, more water than you might think, and they like a pretty well prepared soil. It should be loose. Put in a lot of organic matter compost if you have it. If you don't, a loose soil, you can put in organic granular fertilizer. I'll show you how I freshen this up. Planting distance anywhere from 4 to 6 inches apart, and I had 3 rows in there. I've harvested some out, but you can just see, how beautiful the stalks are. These went in as transplants towards the end of April, middle of April. They got their whole 100-day, almost 120 days worth of growth time. But keys: lots of moisture, nicely prepared soil, lots of sunshine. In about 120 days, when the seeds break the surface or you put in your transplants, you will get celery that looks like this. Let me pull all of this out. My celery transplants, after about 110 days, 120 days, they look really good. I'm going to put in more seeds. I left in a couple because I just can't eat all of this at once, and those were a little bit smaller, but you can see the spacing, 4 to 6 inches apart, and then behind that are 3 more spaced about the same way. So I will leave those in there. Soil is pretty loose, so I'm going to get in, just add some organic granular fertilizer and drop the seeds in. Let me show you how I do that. So if you have compost, you can put down about 1 inch or so. We would mix that through, but you don't always need compost. So soil's pretty loose, it's pretty good. Going to add in an organic granular fertilizer. I always say try and stay around a 5.55 NP and K. This is probably a 3.44. What that means is, of those 5.55 numbers, up or down a few is perfectly fine, but you want something on the low end. Nice, liberal sprinkle. That's a big handful. I'm going to put in 1 more, and then you really just want to mix this through. Break up the old roots. Prep the soil. Anything that's big, just pull out of there. Smooth out the surface and press it down just a little bit. Celery, you actually press onto the surface of the soil. It can be covered just a little bit. We're going to put 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 4 to 6 inches apart. That's just so I know where to put them. And then any celery seed will work. And remember, you got to give them that 100 days, 120 days of growing. The seeds are really small, so I'm going to put 3 or 4 in each of these little depressions, and we're just pressing these onto the surface. And then just press them in like that. Good soil contact. And then gently water them in. Keep the surface moist for a week or 2 till they germinate. These can take 2 to 3 weeks to germinate, but just keep everything nice and moist, and you will be able to grow celery and harvest it when it looks something like that. You got to know how to treat the celery seeds, give them what they need to grow, and before you know it, you'll have your first great celery harvest. Thanks for watching, and please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com.